I could tell a lot about a person by who their favorite Pokemon is. And you can't give me no bullshit like Squirtle.
Uh-oh.
Like, I need a deep cut. I need a deep cut Pokemon.
Uh-oh.
Who's the freshest Pokemon you think out there? If the Pokemon were real and you had to have one, who are you getting?
If I had to have one?
But you got to think of everything. It's got to be comfy. It can't be that big. You know?
It can't be that big?
Think about it. You got to bring it, in a Brooklyn apartment.
I want a seal.
What's cooking? What's popping? It is your boys with an S. I'm chilling with Skylar over here. Look who I found in Brooklyn. I was coming to Brooklyn today. Beautiful day. Look who I found. What's cooking?
I'm just happy to have you here, man.
I know. This has been a long time coming. I've actually, and we've talked about this before. I met him before Pat Chennington was even a thought. It was completely not even in my mind. I met him at his rooftop show. It was in Chinatown, right?
It was at the Bowery Hotel. I think it was like June 2017. I remember like a couple weeks ago when we were DMing each other, and you would ask me if I remembered the situation, and I was like, well, yeah, but like I have no idea what you look like, so I can't confirm that I remember. But like, then once I saw you today,
it was a long time ago, and
you brought one of the OG late night delights.
Yeah, the OG, the Illuminated Paths one, and you didn't even know about it, right? Like you didn't know.
Yeah, no, it was the first time.
I mean, that's Vaporwave in itself, right there.
Exactly.
We talked. We wanted to meet up. It's a beautiful day in Brooklyn, and one of the first things we said, when I came in here, was just how exciting of a time it is in the scene right now. And I think one thing, we could all realize, not only is Vaporwave so energetic right now and everyone's just coming together, but Skylar has just the stuff that's just going on. I just feel this energy, man. I feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all started with being asked to do the SAINT PEPSI set at 100% Electronicon. The event coming together in itself, it means a lot to me because I feel like so many of the people that I considered idols in 2013, behind screens making all of this unreal, new sounding music, coming together to sell out a venue in my neighborhood.
It's crazy.
Was it was the biggest deal to me, and to be asked based on the accomplishments I made back then to play the show in itself, it started some new type of energy in me, and I got a lot more involved in producing music than I have been in the past couple months. It definitely ended sort of a cosmic drought for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's no better time to come into the scene. Coming back into the scene, there's just
right.
And there's more people than there's ever been,
there's a lot less negativity.
Yeah, definitely.
George and I were talking about that. It's just a lot of people who totally respect what we were trying to do in the first place, and with the source material, and how we wanted to treat it and how we wanted to aestheticize it, and seeing it still being appreciated now only makes us want to do more with it.
Yeah. I think that it's gonna be 10 years, I think, soon. Since the first Vaporwave track.
Echo Jams,
Yeah. And when did you first hear the sound of it? Because Hip Vibes and all that came out. Your first one was late 2012, right?
Yeah, the first time I ever attempted a Vaporwave album was the 23rd of December.
The Laser Tag Zero, right?
Yeah. I made it all one shot. I was using Ableton for those first up until Empire Building, the first, I call them 5, including Late Night Delight. I was using Ableton entirely in session mode. So I would chop up the clips in the vertical way and just press record click them as I wanted them. So there's like a lot of mistakes that like weren't intentional, but because of the music, like they sounded intentional. But anyway, like the first time that I had heard it, I remember Floral Shop getting like very memed in fall of 2012. And I'd heard various things like, it was at a time in my life where I just like learned about Twin Peaks and like Dean Blunt and One O Tricks Point Never, this sort of like dark, arty, college kid level, like, you know, it just felt very entry level to me. So I was excited to like hear about this brand new thing that was happening. And Floral Shop, the cover was just memed to death, like on 4chan. So I remember I turned it on like 2 or 3 times. I never got past like the 3rd or 4th song. It wasn't doing anything for me. And then the 4th time of listening, we came back to the dorm. We were high as hell, and we sat down around like, you know, our, like where we played music, and I just could not get up. I was like completely hit by this I didn't know what it was the music was trying to represent. All I knew was Floral Shop, and like I'd never heard anything like that. Like it just made me crazy for anything else that could be considered vaporwave, and I wanted to be there for it. So I wasn't immediately, I was working on more electronic music like at the time, but I left all my gear at home for winter break, and it was easy enough to load an MP3 into Ableton and cut it up and try to make my own stuff. So after hearing a bunch of vaporwave for like a month and a half, I tried to make my own, you know? So that's how I got started doing that. And then the next records were made, like I took a break for like Christmas Eve and Christmas, but the next 3 were like made consecutively too. In a very weird, like, you know, haphazard this way. There weren't a lot of like, I didn't make a lot of material that didn't make those albums, you know? I knew exactly what songs were gonna be on them, and then I reached out to Luxury Elite via SoundCloud because she like followed me, and I asked her if she would be down to do a split, and she said she would. And so I was like, I'm gonna put everything into this. Like I'm gonna learn Ableton, and Mac Tonight was the first song I used like drums on that weren't, you know, in the original sample. Angels was the first song that I chopped in arrangement view. You know, I was really trying to step up my game because like I wanted SAINT Pepsi to be like this giant, like in my head SAINT Pepsi was a character, you know, like an anonymous, huge superstar in some alternate universe. And the idea of like a split with Luxury Elite was like, in that universe, like something that would never happen, you know what I mean? So, it was like a Michael Jackson Prince collab in my eyes.
It was just like two
I
superheroes.
need to come with my A game, you know? And then Enjoy Yourself was like the last song that I did. Like, I loved that song and had absolutely no idea. It took like years for that song to get the
like
attention, the traction that it ended up getting with that video and everything. Shout out Son Levi for doing that, and fuck you to all the alt-writers that got that shit banned from YouTube.
I know. Dude, I was scared. So I did a vinyl review. One of the first ones I did was that lathe cut, the small one. The one that you didn't know about. So I did a vinyl review for that, and when that happened, that's when I heard all this stuff about the Enjoy Yourself with the Moon Man, and there was all this controversy. And I started getting worried. I was like, oh shit, like I'm gonna lose, like this is gonna get stripped from YouTube. I don't want to get hit or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't really know where the complaints came from. I think maybe somehow like YouTube works that like if enough people report comments that they just take the video down if the person isn't disabling comments, because I don't think that the comments were disabled for the video. So I think it's back up now. I don't really know.
Oh, I'm sure it's back up in like multiple videos at this point, you know.
Yeah.
So
But that song was like, I was not intending to make this like big single or anything, you know. I just thought like I knew she was starting her side with All Night. So I thought that to make it cyclical, it would be awesome if I made a Michael Jackson Off the Wall song to close out my side. So you would want to spin it back again.
Word. So tell me one of my favorite SAINT PEPSI pieces. I always talk about this on the channels. You guys know I like annoy everybody with this. One of my favorite pieces is Winter Circle. I love Winter Circle, man.
Okay.
I thought it was such a fun listen. And that was like another collaboration piece. So like, how do these, because was it kind of like the Late Night Delight one? It's just, you reach out to an artist, they reach out to you, you give them tracks, you guys agree on them, like.
Yeah, so in that case, Clarice, who's Shopping World JP, she reached out to me, and it was, I want to say Empire Building was already out and Studio 54 was at the very least being worked on, you know? And I remember like I was saving up for this EP that was going to be called Glowworms. Okay. And Glowworms was going to be Private Caller, Car Park, Kickstart My Heart, Skin Deep, Newton, and Love Takeover. And that was going to be like the whole thing. And it was going to be something that like only certain people, like I wasn't going to put it up on my Bandcamp. It was going to be like for SAINT PEPSI fans. But then I met Clarice and I really liked the Shopping World stuff. So I heard that and I loved it and I wanted to work with her. So we split it again and I had half of the album from the EP and then just sort of created the rest of the record around that, you know, like what did I want the rest of the album to sort of sound like, what other vibes did I want in there, like it was important. It's always important for me doing a SAINT PEPSI album to go through like scenes of a movie. So like a song like Serious is necessary after like 3 songs of 100 beats per minute, like moving and grooving. You need one that's just like real slow and like monotonous, repetitive, whatever you want to call it.
Get a little droopy.
Yeah, in the early SAINT PEPSI albums, I used to sample from commercials, but then I felt like that was kind of too much of a rip of what Ramona did under her New Dreams Limited. Okay. I stopped doing that, you know. And fell into my own groove of sampling, you know, and I feel like I was like really proud of where that went, you know, by that point. Like with Private Caller, the rest came about very easy, and we just shot it to Lux, and we were like, let's do this, you know, like that was probably the height of my manic happiness with where SAINT PEPSI was. Nice. I think I'd probably just gotten like 1,000 followers, and like I had songs I might have had better by that point if I remember correctly. It came out early May, Winter Circle. And if that was the case, then I would have had better out by then. So like there were things going on where I was feeling like I was getting better at what I was doing, and that there was further to go with Vaporwave as far as the production went. It wasn't just like take song, loop the good part, keep the bad parts out, slow it down.
Yeah.
You know, I always like appreciated that you liked Winner's Circle.
Yeah.
Because like it goes often under listened to by me. I mean, I don't really.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening a lot more lately because I'm preparing for Electronicon.
Yeah.
But I don't often listen to my own, you know, Vaporwave stuff or even Prom King.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I usually just like to listen to what I'm working on now. But those songs I went back to and I was like, wow, like Private Caller, like
it's a fucking banger.
I made that on Easter Sunday.
It's a banger.
That like just left the dinner table and I was like, I found this sample. I have to make something out of this, you know, like, and I'm still so, you know, proud of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about Electronicon, dude.
Okay.
You know, I feel like there's so much to talk about it. You're the main attraction there. You're headlining it.
Shucks.
We're going for SAINT PEPSI. We're partying at SAINT PEPSI.
I appreciate you feel that way.
Yeah, man. I've said it on stream. I really do feel like there's definitely going to be more just like really high points in the, you know, the Vaporwave scene and whatnot. But I really feel like this SAINT PEPSI show with just like 1,000 people in the crowd, like you're going to have all the artists who played that day in the crowd. Georgia, like, it's going to be nuts, man.
I promise you that I'm not taking it lightly.
That's what's up.
I promise you that what I have planned is sort of like a mix between like Alive 2007, like musically, and in the sense that like there will be a lot of mashups of songs. Like you're gonna hear what you're gonna want to hear, whether you're like a Hit Vibes fan or you're a Gin City fan or you're a Laser Tag Zero fan. Like there's gonna be something for like every SAINT PEPSI. I'll probably even sing Fiona at the end. You know? Like toward the end. I'm not giving. I'll let it go right now. Dawson's Creek is going to be on the set list.
Oh my goodness.
So like that just gives you an idea of like how deep I'm willing to go in so far as the catalog. You know, like you'll hear Vanilla Pepsi, you'll hear like
better.
You'll hear better.
Yeah.
You know, but the way it's presented, I'm going to be working with my friend Show Me, who directed the Ric Flair drip video for Migos.
What?
And
That's awesome.
like his brother Tosh, who's a producer, and their friend Charlie, who is like an amazing designer, and they're gonna help me design the set, so it's like extra special. They want to film it, like, so I'm taking it with like the utmost responsibility to deliver a set worthy of that that final main stage party event.
Yeah. So here's a good question. Let's have a little fun here.
All right.
I could tell a lot about a person by who their favorite Pokemon is, and you can't give me no bullshit like Squirtle. Like I need a deep cut. I need a deep cut Pokemon. Who's the freshest Pokemon you think out there? If the Pokemon were real and you had to have one, who you getting?
If I had to have one,
But you got to think of everything. It's got to be comfy. It can't be that big. You know,
it can't be that big.
think about it. You got to bring it, you know, in a Brooklyn apartment.
I want to seal.
You want to
with the option
Okay.
of it to be a dugong if I
want.
upscale my apartment.
That's amazing. Seal's pretty nice Pokemon.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
and-
what I figure. I'm thinking like practically.
Yeah.
I want to seal. I'm not big into like Vulpix.
Yeah.
Like no offense.
Yeah. You get a
Not
lot
big
of
into
fur on the
Eevee,
floor.
You know, I like Vaporeon, but that's like such a fucking.
Yeah, and everyone would be like,
course,
dude,
like,
you
yeah.
would do that, you know?
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, that's tough, actually. Holy shit. If I had to pick, with all the cool Pokemon out there, I don't know, I think maybe like a Staryu. Could throw it
Okay.
at someone.
Okay, yeah.
Like play some Frisbee.
They're too too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, they're powerful from afar.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and if I don't have water in the house, he shoots water out like the tip of his star,
Right.
so I gotta get that.
You think that's purified water? Do you think Star use water is like the best water you can get, like some Fiji type water?
I don't know. I might have to
Do
put.
you think you have to maintain your Star U? Like,
I don't know. I might gotta put a Brita filter
yeah,
on the
yeah.
tip of my
You
Star
might-
U. Tell me more about yourself. So you're obviously you're in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I love coming to Brooklyn. I just love how it looks. I love everything about this place.
I'm
Just
entering my 4th year here.
nice. So just tell me, like, how's it like in Brooklyn? What do you do? What do you like to do?
I do a lot of this, honestly. Like, I'm a man who enjoys. I just got a new desktop, and I've been like doing a lot of work. I play a lot of games. I love walking to East River Park. It's the best thing about living here is going to the water and like checking out, you know, Manhattan from that side. Like, I'm a Long Islander, so I miss my drives and just like getting on the expressway and seeing wherever I feel like, you know, stopping. But there's always got to be music with me. Like, doesn't matter the type, like whether it's vaporwave, whether it's like post-punk or city pop or hip-hop or anything, you know, like big band, like sunshine pop. I'll listen to anything, but I need to have music all the time, and I always have, you know, since I was like a kid. I had it on a record player. Then I got an iPod when I was 12. Now I have like my speakers or my headphones or, you know, my speakers in the car. Like, it doesn't leave my frame of mind.
Yeah.
And it's like the most important thing to me in the world.
So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. But if you, with just the state of the, you know, the vaporwave scene right now, how it's gone. I mean, it's been a while now. We've been going almost 10 years and just...
They said we'd never make it.
Yeah. Now look. I
Look
spent
at
like
us now.
$500 on this goddamn helmet. It's so... See, you guys don't
I
realize
got to wear it. It's comfy, but I couldn't wear it for more than 2 minutes.
Dude, I'm sweating like an animal right now. It's
This
disgusting.
man is an animal.
Oh my god. But
A
dude,
manimal.
I can't thank you enough for letting me come down, chill you in Brooklyn.
Dude, of course. Can you see me well enough?
I can see it.
Daps? Okay,
I can
cool.
see it. Listen, we are cooking right now. You guys don't even know. See him at Electronicon this summer.
Yeah, August 31st. I would say get your tickets now, but I don't think that you can.
Yeah, I don't think there's
But we got some consolation prizes coming for you, especially in the form of new releases. I heard maybe I might have some shit out. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but saintpepsi.bandcamp.com, just like, you know where it is.
Be on the lookout. But yeah, we're going to go maybe get like a dirty water dog or something. I'm starving. So keep it real, everybody. We love you to death.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for everything.
Much love. Your boy, Pat Chennington, and
Skylar Spence, Saint
Keep it
Pepsi.
real.